This week we wrapped up 2 sports for this year, tennis and golf. Coming up on tonight's show, we will have highlights from some of those state events. We were also at a few league volleyball tournaments this past Saturday, along with cross country and soccer action. It is all coming up on tonight's Scoreboard show.
Presentation of Scoreboard Show. Smoky Hills Public Television is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from
Rolla Telephone and Nextech, providing the region with telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions. Rolla Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
Dove Chevrolet Buick Cadillac, providing sales, service, and genuine GM parts to the Golden Belt since 1957. Located at 4217 West 10th, right next to Brahms in Great Bend. Come see us.
Welcome to the Scoreboard Show. I'm your host, Troy Waymaster. Last week in football action, everyone was in a district play, which meant that they wiped the slates clean, and now some have 1 win in their district and others have 1 loss. Tonight they were back at it to stay undefeated in district or get that evermost desperate win. So let's take a look at some of the scores from tonight's football action from around the area. As always, we'll take a look at the scores later on in the show, but if you do not want to wait that long, just go to our website and check them out there. Now let's go back to this past Saturday for cross-country action and ease our way into the state championships in tennis and golf. The Scoreboard Show takes you to Colby for some cross-country action. First up were the girls. Well, first we have to figure out what's wrong with the starter pistol. Okay, now for the girls. Arriving first at the finish line was Chisholm Branscombe of Ulysses with a time of 15:50. Next up was Colby's own Andrea Brown with a time of 16 minutes flat. Third was Lacey Cerruta of Goodland. Fourth was Hugoton's Maria Martinez, followed by a bunch of Lady Tigers. Andrea Galindo, Angelica Corral, Diexta Waquez, and Morgan Price, all of Ulysses. Not surprisingly, Ulysses took number 1 in team scores, followed by Holcomb in second and Colby in third. Now for the boys. Patrick Weaver of Hugoton came in first with a blazing 16:40, almost a full minute ahead of the next competitor. Adonis Waquez of Ulysses took second. Third, it was Isaac Castro of Hugoton, followed by Zach Miller of Ulysses. Next up was Scott City's Joey Meyer, then Hugoton's Luis Castro, then Holcomb's Misa Banderas. In team scores, Hugon took first with Ulysses and Scott City taking second and third respectively. Now it's time to go to Brewster, where the Brewster Titans hosted the WKLL volleyball tournament. Pool play saw clear leaders emerge early on. Even with the host school putting in a solid performance, the Wheatland-Grinnell Thunderhawks and Palco Lady Roosters dominated Pool A. Golden Plains and Weston carved up Pool B and advanced to the semifinals. In the semifinals, the Thunderhawks met with the Weston Coyotes. The first game was very tight, with Wheatland-Grinnell managing to pull ahead. But the second game was a different story, and the Hawks brought the Thunder, and they kept the Coyotes in single digits. Golden Plains beat Palco's Lady Roosters to advance to the final, and it all came down to this: Wheatland-Grinnell Thunderhawks versus the Golden Plains Lady Bulldogs. The Thunderhawks made their presence felt, keeping a steady lead through most of the first game and taking it 25-15. The Lady Bulldogs were not going to give up, and the second game was an incredibly tense affair. In the end, the Thunderhawks won the game and the match with the tournament by 2 points. Golden Plains left with second place and Weston took third. Second stop for volleyball action this week was in Meade for the High Plains Lady Tournament. They started pool play at 9 in the morning, and then at 4:30 they were ready for bracket play. That is where we will pick up play as Meade and Lakin survived pool play over Setanta and Sublette, while Cimarron and Southwestern Heights got past Elkhart and Stanton County. The first semifinal match of bracket play was Meade versus Cimarron. Cimarron would come away with the win in 2. The first game was 25-15, and the second was 25-19. Thus, Cimarron would have to play the winner of the Lakin-Southwestern Heights match. In the first game, Southwestern Heights was up. However, Lakin came barreling back to a 25-23 victory. Game 2 was a back-and-forth battle. Then Southwestern Heights then went on a run to get a lead 17-11. However, Lakin battled back to tie it up at 18, which they saw it go back to a seesaw battle until Lakin had enough and finished it off with a 25-21 win. This set up for the championship match between Cimarron taking on Lakin. Before we get to that match, we'll take a look at the consolation match, Southwestern Heights versus Meade. This match only went to 2 games, and the first match it was a close battle. Southwestern Heights pushed the host team Meade, and they would not be able to keep up as Southwestern Heights got the win 25-22. The second contest, Meade appeared that they were exhausted from the day. Southwestern Heights took advantage of this to get the win 25-13 to take third place at the tournament. Now the championship match, Cimarron versus Lakin. The first game was close at the start, but Cimarron pulled away to get a large lead and the win 25-7. The second game would not even be close to the same story. Lakin must have known that they had to get the win to continue on. They battled back and forth to the point it became tied up at 24, then 25, then 26, and then Cimarron went on to finish it up 28-26. Cimarron gets the win and takes home the High Plains Championship. For soccer action this week, we start on Saturday in Dodge City. The Red Demons hosted Wichita Heights. Under 5 minutes into the contest, Mario Lopez sidesteps the defender and knocks it in for the goal. Dodge City gets on the board early. Heights would take several shots on the goal, but they just couldn't complete them. Dodge City would take their shots and follow through with them as Isaac Palma gets Dodge's second goal on the contest with 2:26 left in the first half. In the second half, Dodge City would have the same problem as Heights did in the first half, with not being able to find the back of the net. However, they were not to worry as Heights still was not able to follow through with any of their shots. With 12:02 left to play in the contest, Dodge City was able to change things around and build on their lead as Leonel Lopez gets the goal. Then Heights would try to get away from their goal. However, Isaac Palma steps in and sends it bouncing to Heights' goalie and in for another Red Demon goal. Dodge City continued their lead for the remainder of the contest to get the win 4-0. The Thomas More Prep Marion Monarchs hosted the Indians from Hayes High for a soccer match on Thursday. Extremely windy conditions didn't seem to keep either team from moving the ball up and down the field. Down 3-0 after the first period, TMP tried to be more aggressive and get some shots. However, the Indians kept up the pressure and controlled the ball. With just under 23 minutes left in the second period, Hayes High's Jordan Winholtz breaks ahead and shoots the ball past the goalie into the net for the Indians' fourth goal. TMP's Diego Martin gets a shot at the net, but it's stopped by Indian goalie Joshua Johnson. Following this corner kick, Hayes High's Jordan Winholtz shoots the ball into the back of the net for yet another goal. Indian Lane Clark passes the ball to Sean Herman, who takes the ball all the way and shoots it into the net to light up the scoreboard yet again. Final score, Hayes High 7, TMP 0. The first day of the 3-2-1A state tennis was washed out in Hutchinson last Friday, so the matches were postponed until Sunday and concluded on Monday. Hutch Trinity was the host school for 60 singles and doubles players. As we see some doubles action between the Central Plains team of Katie Hipp and Linnea Heckley versus Julianne Winter and Brittany Pauley of Conway Springs, the Lady Oilers team goes on to win and advance through the semifinals and reach the championship match to face another Conway Springs team, Chelsea Hebenkamp and Stacy Sones. The first set was close, but the Conway Springs team wins the doubles title with a 7-5 to 6-2 victory. In other double matches, Ellenwood's team of Rachel Dahl and Janae Patton made it to their other semifinal, but lost to Conway Springs. They went to the consolation match and fall 6-2, 6-2 to Bishop Siberi for 4th place. Hope Haschenberger and Christy Flowers of Meade finished in 8th place. Central Plains other doubles teams of Aubrey Kemke and Carly Beck took 9th place. Ellsworth Julia Hood and Ashley Sipple finished in 11th place. Now let's get to singles. On the backside of the bracket, Ellenwood's Amelia Thomas faced Dia Curtis of Hoisington. Curtis gets the victory 9-7 and faces 2 more opponents, including Rice Stuckey of Sterling, and the Lady Cardinal picks up another win 9-5 and then faces Taylor Noel of Osborne. Noel gets the victory 9-4 and takes 9th place. Rice Stuckey goes on to finish in 12th place. In the semifinals, Rachel Herzog of Ellsworth lost to last year's champion, Sarah Goodwin of Kansas City Christian. Rachel goes to the consolation match and brings home a 3rd place medal over Danny Schwartz of Marysville, 6-2 and 6-4. Tawny Griffey of Northern made it back to the other semifinal to face Maryville's Danny Schwartz. Griffey moves on to the championship match with her 6-3, 6-2 win. And in a rematch of last year's championship, Goodwin repeats and gets the 1st place medal, 6-1, 6-3. Team scores were led by Conway Springs with 38 points. Central Plains took 2nd with 27. Wichita Independent was 3rd with 21 points. On Monday, the 2002 girls golf season came to a close with state golf competition. Our first stop takes us to the Cherry Oaks Golf Course in Cheney, where they were holding the 3-2-1A competition. Now here is something that you have never heard me say. It was state, and it was not raining or snowing, and by looking at the flag, the wind was not even blowing, and at least not at the beginning of the tournament. We will take a look at the top 21 golfers from the tournament. The 21st golfer was a Very Crow of Caney Valley, who had this nice chip shot on number 3. She ended the round with a 106. In 20th place, it was her teammate Kelsey Wyatt with a 105. 1 stroke less, it was Russell's Alex Potachik in 19th. The 15th through 18th places all came in with a 102. In the 18th place, it was Lakin's Michaela Hendricks. 17th, Rossville's Sydney Marney. 16th place went to Russell's Anna Plant, while 15th was won by Olivia Ortega of Holcomb. 13th and 14th places both shot a 101 on the day, as Sheehan Coakley of Cheney finished up, along with Ashton Nicholson of Hoisington. The 11th and 12th places also came in with the same score. However, they were also both from Silver Lake, as Rachel Holder and Morgan Athen wrapped up their rounds. 10th place went to St. Francis's Kyla Bandel, who broke the 100 mark with a 99. Also with a 99, it was Caney Valley's Courtney Gardner. 1 stroke less, it was Bennington's Brittany Shield in 8th place, while 7th went to Jordan Greer of Hoisington with the same score. At 97, Stephanie Gevin of Syracuse took 6th, and Megan Boxberger of Russell placed 5th. Within 96, it was Brooklyn Lonker of Cheney coming in for 4th place. 2nd and 3rd places went to Syracuse golfers, and the score of 94 as Cindy Brown took the 3rd place and Kaya Rash took the 2nd place. Rounding out the day, it was Council Grove's Taylor Alderman, who shot an 87 to win the 2012 3-2-1A state golf tournament. In team action, it was Russell who took 3rd place with a 411. Also with a 411, it was Cheney team who took 2nd place. 1st place was won by Syracuse with a 397, which makes it back-to-back state champions. On the Syracuse team, it was Alex Engler, Laura Gevin, Shannon Lemons, Stephanie Gevin, Cindy Brown, and Kara Rash, all coached by Rick Mateus. Congratulations to Syracuse and everyone that competed in the state tournament. Hesston Golf Park was the site for the 4A Girls State Golf Tournament. 89 girls took on the course in near-perfect conditions, hosted by the Bueller Crusaders. Larned's Brittany Skelton carded a birdie on the back 9 for her 3rd trip to state and finished with a 97. Logan Perryman of Goodland shot a 96. Kelsey Krutzer of Ulysses had a 95 for the tournament. And now for the top 10 medalists. Winfield's Abby Berthoff shot 87 for 10th place. Next was Rachel Eck of Andale with an 87. Rihanna Cardwell of DeSoto shot an 86 for 6th place. Ulysses Lady Tiger Maggie Coops carded in 85 for 7th place. Emily Pennington of Kansas City Piper shot an 86 for 6th. Andale's Taylor Hawkins was 5th with a 79, and Brittany Jensen of DeSoto shot a 75 for 4th place. One stroke better was Bueller's Taryn Torgensen, who shot a 74 to finish in 3rd place. Anna Poole of Coffeyville shot a 72 and tied with Timberly McNair of Girard to force a playoff hole. McNair took home 1st place with a birdie. Team results had Bueller repeating as state champions, taking 1st with a 360. Winfield was 2nd at 364. Girard placed 3rd with a 369. Other area teams included Goodland, finishing in 7th, Ulysses with 8th, and Colby took 10th. Our last stop in state golf action was Rolling Hills Country Club in Wichita for the 6A tournament. Taking a look at the top 10 of the tournament, it was Blake Fingelson of Manhattan and Cassie Wang of Olathe Northwest for 10th and 9th places with a score of 82. One stroke less, it was Blue Valley's North's Natalie Curran along with Maze's Taylin Antricken with 8th and 7th places respectively. 6th place went to Abby Shaddix of Garden City, who rounded out her 18 holes with an 80. 5th place went to Casey Dillingham of Washburn Rural with a 79. 4th went to Ann Willman of Shawnee Mission East, while 3rd place went to Abby Campbell of Garden City. Both of them shot a 78 on the day. 2nd went to Alexa Henderson of Blue Valley West with a 77. However, 1st place went to Audrey Judd of Olathe Northwest with 3 strokes less for a 74. In team action, Shawnee Mission East took the tournament with a 343. 2nd place went to Maze with a 348, and Garden City took 5th place with a 361. Wow, what a nice day they had for state golf, and very unusual for that to happen. Well, all that brings us up to tonight's football action, and we're going to take a short break, and then Casey will be in with all the football action. Don't go away.
Presentation of Scoreboard Show on Smoky Hills Public Television is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from
Exhibit Customs does cars and trucks, wheels, tires, truck accessories, audio, video, subs and amps. It's not just the products they offer, it's the service behind the products. Get it tough, get it loud, get it mean, get it downright bad. Exhibit Customs, you're an individual, prove it.
Cardinal T-shirts, providing direct-to-garment printing with no design or setup fees. No minimums required. Also offering embroidery services for hats, shirts, and jackets. Cardinal T-shirts, located at 821 North Main Street, Hoisington, inside Cardinal Pharmacy.
Hello and welcome back to the football half of the award-winning Scoreboard Show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Casey McAvoy, and tonight we have some high-ranked highlights, including a number 2 versus a number 4. When we come back, we'll see who came out on top. Those scores and more coming right up.
Scoreboard Show is brought to you in part by Simpson Farm Enterprises of Ransom, Hayes, Great Bend, and Beloit, your local spray coop and Apache dealer.
Two teams sitting at 6-1. First and number 5, 8-man D2 Thunder Ridge Longhorns host the Northern Valley Huskies, sitting at 3-0 in their league. Kruger gives to Trevor Lowe, and he pounds his way through the Husky defense. First and goal, Garrett Kruger keeps and scores. Hey Kruger, how about a conversion? Dalton Miner recepts and converts. Northern Valley ball, Tyson Calloway on the carry, and Derek Coombs knocks the ball out for Thunder Ridge, and Kruger recovers. And Kruger is so kind that he gives this one to Trent Reitzke and lets him score a touchdown. Hunter Chandler running this offense. Jordan Baird gets a reception and gets to first and goal territory for the green and white. Northern Valley 14, Thunder Ridge 60 on top. Two evenly matched teams sitting here 3-4 as the Decatur Community Red Devils traveled to Ellis for a District 7 matchup. Blake Hudson found Harley right on the deep side far pass. Hudson finally falls down, scrambling left and right, but Fortin gets a sack credit. Snap goes through the hands of Dayton Dreher, and look out because 230 pounds of Skylar Tebow time is coming your way. Decatur gets a play off. Bryson Wesley on the carry. Good run until fumble, and Ellis's Landon Younger recovers. Eli Lormeyer at quarterback finds Harley right across the middle, and the Railers are in the red zone. Cole Pfeiffer on the tackle. Play action. Lormeyer has an open target deep in the end zone. It's Jared Mick, touchdown Ellis, and they take this one 14-7 over Decatur Community. In 8-man Division I, the physical Fairfield Falcons will try to slow down that swift St. John Tiger offense who won 6 straight games. Wayne Schoeneker takes it outside and gets a Falcon first down. He's coming off a 100-yard game last weekend. And another 100-yard runner, Ryan Avey at quarterback, throws it up for Brennan Pankratz. Falcon touchdown. A little snap mishap, but Avey manages to get the ball to trace a base for the conversion. Now here's St. John. Skylar Brown on a short run here. And Brown on a no gain here. Avey on the tackle. On 4th down, Spencer Nusser hammers it home. Nusser scores. Nusser gets 2 points for the Tigers, and they beat Fairfield 54-36. The red and white battle has a 3-4 Quinter Bulldogs hosting the 5-2 Hoxie Indians, and the band played on. How about a little 7-on-7? Matt Heim gets a carry. Tyler Wagner on the tackle. Deep shotgun. Chase Kennedy finds Tyler Koss. Touchdown Hoxie. And deep shotgun. This is a repeater. Kennedy finds Koss for another Hoxie touchdown. Another Hoxie touchdown. No shotgun. Kennedy under center. Steven Dibble gets the carry. Colton Kerwin and Jason Worth on the tackle. The 1-6 Broncos Day Russell traveled to Hoisington as the Cards sit at 3-4 but 2-0 in their league. We have Jacob Warnken finding Cody the Stilt 6'8 Steltler for a Cardinal touchdown. Fumble Hoisington. Russell recovers. Dakota Homewood falls on top. Alex Baldwin pass. And how the heck does Eric Rourke come up with that? Nice catch, son. Russell handoff and cough it up. And 265 pounds of Seth Owen recover. Warnken back to pass. Seams it to Jeffrey Kaiser at midfield. Into Bronco territory. And deeper into Bronco territory, David Crawford is able to catch up to him. Chase Daniel is 5'8" and patient, following his blockers and dragging Russell defenders into the end zone. Hoisington takes this one 42-12 over Russell. The high-ranking battle tonight is your number 2 Salina South Cougars at 6-1, heading west on I-70 to take on the number 5 Hays High Indians. 6 wins and 1 loss. Mike Jones on that option run, and Jones again, room to run, brought down hard by Emilio Mitchell. Indians offense, Delton airs it out for Salina South Zach Nakbar, and he just gets it back into Indian territory. Justin Stonebreaker, far side pass to Aaron Marr, out of bounds by Adam Dieterding. Stonebreaker has plenty of time, and he's going to bring it near side and knocked ×2 out of bounds by Mitchell. Mike Shirk, easy in, and Hays High struggled in this one. Salina South on top 35-6. Your number 5 ranked 8-man D1, the 7-0 Solomon Grizzlies travel to take on the 3-4 Central Plains Oilers. Bryce Steiner scrambles right and finds Colton Zink wide open, first down, and Josh Burdine gets him out of bounds. Steiner back to pass, lobs it up to 6'4 Joe Barton for the Oiler touchdown. Solomon 7, Colton Sherrock, quick pass to Josh Burdine, far sideline, 55-yard catch and run with no contact. Doesn't get any easier than that. Steiner finds Lane Bieberly, and Burdine finds Bieberly on the hard-hitting tackle. Merritt Hammocky down the far sideline. Touchdown Oilers. Burdine punts. Bieberly receives, and wait for it. Patience. Find the sweet spot and be gone. Nice special teams touchdown by Bieberly on the great run. Toss to Durant, far sideline. No stopping this play. Touchdown, Solomon. Snap goes over Zink's head, and Mark Allward falls on top of it. Yep, fall on top of it. And that's a touchdown. Steiner shotgun, Steiner run, and Steiner touchdown. Solomon 52, Central Plains 56 in a close matchup. Smoky Hills Public Television Scoreboard Show and the KCAC have teamed up together for the Game of the Week. This week's Game of the Week is Ottawa University at Sterling College. The Game of the Week kicks off at 1:30 p.m. on Saturday, and you can catch the action on our website, scoreboardshow.tv. Now here's your statewide scores one last time. Good day.
Presentation of Scoreboard Show on Smoky Hills Public Television is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from
Rolla Telephone and Nextech, providing the region with telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions. Rolla Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
Dove Chevrolet, Buick, Cadillac, providing sales, service, and genuine GM parts to the Golden Belt since 1957. Located at 4217 West 10th, right next to Brahms in Great Bend. Come see us.
Well, that wraps up another week, and a week that we saw an end come to the girls' tennis and golf seasons. This weekend is regional cross country and sub-state volleyball. We will be out at several of those events. To find out which ones, go and check us out on Twitter. Until next week, we remind you to put on your game face, make up a sign, or just do anything to get the attention of our cameras, and we just might see you next week on the Scoreboard Show. For myself, Casey McAvoy, producer Michael Quaid, and everyone at Smoky Hills Public Television, have a good night and a great weekend.